Hi everyone. So I want to do a quick mix breakdown for the acoustic session. Yeah, so what I made use of mostly were Slate Digital plugins. I had just a piano and the lead vocal, right? So here, starting with the piano. So on the piano I had Fresh Air to just give it some um presence in the high frequency areas, and also for the mid. So without the plugins, this is what the piano sounded like. So turning on the Fresh Air, it just brought in some presence for the keyboard because it is the only instrument, so I really wanted it to shine through. So I just did a very slight um um boost around the mid and the high, just very very slight, 25% only. And then I did an EQ on the keyboard to just tame those nasty frequencies and also boost the frequencies that would also help the piano to really carry that weight. So very very minimal stuff on the piano. Okay, so for the lead vocal, I had first a tuning plugin from Waves Real Time. I had my Waves Real Time tuning plugin. And then next I didn't make use of the virtual mix rack because it wasn't really giving me what I wanted. So next I had a Fresh Air plugin, and the Fresh Air plugin, I boosted the air around the mid air to 51% and the high air to 24%. I did this because I was still going to boost with EQ on the high frequency, so I didn't want it to be too much. And for the mid air, because the strength of our voice was around the mids, and I wanted more of that mid presence. And then next, the EQ, I had just some cuts around that's around 200 hertz, and a little boosts around 8k and 13k for that presence, for that high presence, because it's just acoustic, so we really need the vocal to come through, and I also really need the piano to those are just the things that we are hearing, so we really want them to be very weighty. um and then lastly, I had a de-esser on just to tame those S's, which were not so much in the recording. And yeah, that's all for the lead vocal and the piano. For FX, I had a Verb Suit Classic on the vocals. Yeah, Verb Suit Classic, and a reverb reverb 2 by a reverb by KHS. Yeah, reverb by KHS. um Same thing for repeater, which is more of my delay. I had a repeater plugin as well. I had a repeater plugin as well on um on the delay. Yeah. So with that, that's what we have. That's what I have on both sorry. That's what I have on both the keyboard and the lead vocals. The effects were only on the lead vocals. The effects were only present on the lead vocals. There was no effect on the piano, on the grand piano. Yeah, and then on my master bus, I just applied a limiter, a KHS limiter. And yeah, that's all. Very very quick, very simple, straightforward mix. And yeah, that's how we have what we ended up with. I didn't want to do too much so that I don't really impact on the natural sounding, the natural sound of the recording, because the client specifically requested that I left it sounding very natural. So yeah, that's just it. As per request, it's the mix breakdown, and I hope you learned something. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.